Introduction to anchovy. Anchovy, any of many schooling saltwater fishes related to the Ingrawlidae family, order Clupeiformes, that are related to herring and have a big mouth that nearly always extends past the eye and a pointed snout. The vast majority of the over 100 species reside in shallow tropical or mild temperate waters, where they frequently enter brackish water near river mouths. Freshwater is host to a few tropical anchovies. In the spring and summer, anchovies lay a vast number of elongate, translucent, floating eggs. The larvae drop to the bottom when the eggs hatch in approximately 2 days. Anchovies, both young and adults, graze on plankton and grow quickly. Anchovies are 10 to 25 centimeters, 4 to 10 inches, in length when fully grown. Northern anchovy, Ingraulis mordax, and European anchovy, E. enchrysicalus, are significant food fishes. Tropical anchovy, such as the tropical anchovy or Anchovata, Ceton growlus mysticetes, are significant bait fishes, particularly in the tuna fishery. Coilia anchovy, which have long anal fins and tapering bodies, are dried and consumed in large numbers in China. Contact with a net or other solid item may easily hurt and kill several kinds of anchovy. Anchovy fish. An anchovy fish is a small forage fish belonging to the Ingrawlidae family. The majority of species may be found in marine environments, however, some may also be found in brackish water, and some species in South America are only found in freshwater. There are about 140 species in 17 genera in the Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific Oceans, as well as the Black Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. Oily fish, such as anchovies, are frequently categorized as such. Anchovies are little green fish with blue reflections owing to a silver-colored longitudinal stripe that runs from the base of the caudal, tail, fin to the tip of the tail. Adult lengths range from 2 to 40 centimeters, 1 to 15 plus 12 inches, and body forms vary, with more slender fish seen in northern regions. The nose is blunt, and both jaws have small, sharp teeth. The rostral organ in the snout is a one-of-a-kind organ that is thought to be electrosensory. However, its specific function is unknown. The mouth of anchovies is bigger than that of herrings and silversides, two fish that are similar in other ways. Plankton and newly born fish are eaten by anchovies. Distribution of anchovy fish. Anchovy may be found in a variety of locations throughout the world's oceans, but they are most abundant in temperate waters and are rare or non-existent in extremely cold or extremely warm environments. They can tolerate a broad variety of temperatures and salinity in general. In shallow, brackish regions with muddy bottoms, such as estuaries and bays, large schools can be found. The Mediterranean, notably the Alboran Sea, Aegean Sea, and the Black Sea, is rich in European anchovy. Crete, Greece, Sicily, Italy, France, Turkey, northern Iran, Portugal, and Spain all have frequent catches of this species. They can also be found along the northern African coast. The species range also includes the Atlantic coast of Europe to the south of Norway. Spawning takes place between October and March, but not in water colder than 12 degrees Celsius (54 degrees Fahrenheit). The anchovy appears to spawn at the surface of the ocean at least 100 kilometers (60 miles) from the land. Ecology of anchovy fish. Almost every predatory fish in its ecosystem eats anchovy, including California halibut, rockfish, yellowtail, shark, chinook, and coho salmon. It is also crucial for marine animals and birds. Anchovy abundance, for example, is strongly linked to the nesting success of California brown pelicans and elegant terns. Feeding behavior of anchovy fish. Filter feeders, anchovies, like most clupeids, herrings, sardines, and anchovies, open their mouths as they swim. Food particles are sieved by gill rakers and transported into the esophagus when water flows through the mouth and out the gills. Anchovy fish as food. Anchovies are typically processed and preserved by gutting and salting them in brine, allowing them to cure, and then packing them in oil or salt. As a result, the meat develops a distinctly strong taste and turns a deep gray color. Anchovies are milder than Spanish boquerones when pickled in vinegar, and the flesh keeps its white hue. Anchovies were used to make the fermented fish sauce garum in Roman times. Garum had a long enough shelf life for long-distance trade and was dense in large quantities. Anchovies were also used as an aphrodisiac when eaten raw. They are now used in little amounts to flavor a variety of meals. They're used in a variety of sauces and condiments, including Worcestershire sauce, Caesar salad dressing, remoulade, gentleman's relish, numerous fish sauces, and certain varieties of Café de Paris butter, due to their strong flavor. Anchovy fillets are wrapped in oil or salt in tiny tins or jars for home usage and occasionally rolled around capers. Also offered is anchovy paste. Anchovies are often used as bait for bigger species like tuna and sea bass. The curing procedure is responsible for the intense flavor that people associate with anchovies. Fresh anchovies, also known as alici in Italy, have a softer flavor. The Barcola anchovies are very popular. These white meaty fish, which can only be found in the Gulf of Trieste off the coast of Sirocco, fetch the greatest rates. Because the term anchovies is firmly associated with a traditional seasoning in Sweden and Finland, the product anchovies is often composed of sprats, and herring can be labeled as anchovy spice. In Sweden and Finland, fish from the Ingrawlidae family are referred to as sardelle and sardelli, respectively, causing difficulties when translating recipes. They are deep-fried and served as a snack or side dish in Southeast Asian nations such as Indonesia, Singapore, and Malaysia. In Malay, they are known as ikan bilis, while in Indonesian, they are known as ikan teri. Anchovies' reproduction and lifespan. The fish reproduce through spawning, just like herring. In huge groups, men and females discharge their eggs and sperm into the sea. Outside the body of the fish, the sperms are known to fertilize the eggs. After fertilizing, the eggs float in water columns until they hatch. From species to species, the gestation duration and the time it takes for the kids to achieve sexual maturity differs. They seldom live past the age of 4. Health benefits of anchovies. Anchovies are a popular food source for a range of predatory fish and may be found in both marine and freshwater environments around the world. Humans prize these little morsels for their briny flavor, and they may add a punch to a variety of recipes. Anchovies have been a popular seafood dish for thousands of years. They were an important ingredient in a condiment that was valued as much as the best fragrances of the time in ancient Rome. Most people are familiar with anchovies because of their short fame as a pizza topping in the 1990s. They quickly went out of popularity, but are presently making a comeback among elite chefs. Anchovies provide a variety of vitamins and minerals that are beneficial to one's health. They're well recognized for being high in omega-3 fatty acids, which are good for your brain and heart. Anchovies also contain selenium, which may lessen the risk of some cancers if consumed consistently. Anchovies also have the following health benefits: 1. Cardiovascular, heart, health. Anchovies are high in omega-3 fatty acids, which have heart-healthy properties. They may lower your triglyceride levels, decrease the building of plaque in your arteries, and lower your blood pressure, according to studies. They may help reduce the risk of a stroke by preventing clots. 2. Thyroid health. Anchovies contain 31 micrograms mcg of selenium per serving. Adults and teenagers should aim for 55 micrograms of selenium each day. In the 1990s, selenium was shown to be a component of an enzyme that may stimulate the thyroid. Selenium insufficiency has also been linked to thyroid issues, according to new studies. 3. Eye health. Men should consume 1.6 grams of omega-3 fatty acids per day, while women should consume 1.1 grams, according to experts. Anchovies contain 0.45 grams of the omega-3 eicosapentaenoic acid, EPA, and 0.77 grams of docosahexaenoic acid, DHA, per serving, DHA. According to studies, eating a diet high in omega-3 fatty acids can lower your risk of developing macular degeneration, which can cause visual distortion. For Alzheimer's prevention, researchers from Harvard Medical School discovered that those who consumed the most omega-3 fatty acids had lower levels of the protein beta amyloid, which is an Alzheimer's disease marker. 5. Nutrition. Protein is abundant in anchovies, and it is utilized by your body to repair tissue, develop muscular mass, and enhance metabolism. Anchovies are also high in the following nutrients: calcium, selenium, potassium, vitamin A, omega-3 fatty acids, niacin, vitamin B12, 6 nutrients per serving. A 3-ounce serving of anchovies provides the following nutrients: fat, 4 grams, carbohydrates, 0 grams, fiber, 0 grams, sugar, 0 grams, calories, 111, protein, 17 grams. Interesting facts about the anchovy. They're little, unremarkable, not something you'd want on your pizza. Learn what makes these fish special and valuable, even though they are little. Smallest fish, greatest catch. In terms of single-species commercial fishing, the Peruvian anchoveta is the most abundant. Fishermen catch between 4 and 8 million metric tons of fish each year. That is more than any other species of fish on the planet. Human uses: while some people consume this fish fresh, the majority consume it smoked, salted, tinned, or preserved in oil. They are also used to produce fishmeal and fish oil. Ecosystem benefits: these fish provide essential food sources for a range of species, including commercially valuable fish. Halibut, salmon, sharks, and other predators are common. The food chain: hundreds of predators rely on this species for its survival. In reality, anchovies affect the breeding success of several species, including the brown pelican and certain tern species. Interesting facts about the anchovy. They're little, unremarkable, not something you'd want on your pizza. Learn what makes these fish special and valuable, even though they are little. Smallest fish, greatest catch. In terms of single-species commercial fishing, the Peruvian anchoveta is the most abundant. Fishermen catch between 4 and 8 million metric tons of fish each year. That is more than any other species of fish on the planet. Human uses: while some people consume this fish fresh, the majority consume it smoked, salted, tinned, or preserved in oil. They are also used to produce fishmeal and fish oil. Ecosystem benefits: these fish provide essential food sources for a range of species, including commercially valuable fish. Halibut, salmon, sharks, and other predators are common. The food chain: hundreds of predators rely on this species for its survival. In reality, anchovies affect the breeding success of several species, including the brown pelican and certain tern species.